is a Cosmic Octave original podcast.
Me and Jake running down the street with a handful of comic books, kicking ass and banging chicks and drinking booze
No, not
and
me.
smoking
Not
weed.
me. I'm
Oh,
married.
Yeah, well,
I'm married.
Jake.
Can't do that.
Yeah. Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler. Hey, it's off panel, off topic, and I'm Tyler.
Who's this guy?
And that's Jake. I don't know if you knew this or not, but
I pointed to myself.
Jake likes to warm up.
With
You know how like some people stretch
yeah,
before they exercise?
sure.
You like to warm up your soundboard. Can we
I
hear
like
a little
to
bit
warm
of that?
up with drops.
Let's
you
hear a
know?
little bit of that.
Sometimes I'm thinking, I'm like, sometimes I feel like we should get paid.
$1 million, bitch.
Okay. Wow. What else?
Not even a minute in, we're putting that one in there.
What else? What else do you feel like? Do you feel like
I feel like sometimes the show could be.
Boring.
it can be?
So then we bring out the.
Crack cocaine.
Oh boy. And that's
See,
when
yeah,
it gets.
That is a little peek behind the curtain. That's what we do.
And then
to
I
get
end up.
wh-
And then I end up
ready for you
having.
guys.
And then I end up having.
having sex with him.
You're never on point with that one.
Because it's because
I need to have
it's farther. It scrolls.
It is.
Okay?
No,
We
I
got a lot of
totally get.
drops.
But I'm saying like I need to have a hand signal so I can just be like, hey, get this one ready because I'm about to go into it.
You know what, man? You keep it up.
I'll eat your ass.
Wow.
Back to the show.
That's fantastic.
Episode 128.
Yeah.
128. How are you, Tyler?
It's almost Christmas.
Yes.
It's beginning to look a lot like
I was gonna start
Christmas.
singing Last Christmas. Funny enough.
Last Christmas,
I gave you my heart.
See, whereas we warm up the soundboard, we don't warm up our voices, so we can't.
We also
really sing.
don't warm up the introduction of the show either.
And go. So should we start off with our book review?
But, oh wait, I'm sorry. What?
We are gonna do a book review every week.
Tyler,
No.
I don't have time to read a book.
We don't. So we're just going to do it real quick. We're just going to do the author's note of this book and then review the entire book based just on the author's note.
Can I ask something?
Sure.
What's the deal?
What's the deal with airplane food?
What's the deal with Seinfeld?
Something Seinfeld never actually said. Anyway.
Yeah, a joke he never did.
Yes, which is great.
What's the deal with Spotify Premium? So, like, you and I feel like have Spotify Premium. and
Well,
you're able
that's
to
something
hear
we should
some
do
books.
off the air
Yeah.
for like.
But anyway, you got a book here that I can't hear. So, what book are we listening to?
We're gonna do "Be Useful" by 7 Tools for Life by Arnold Schwarzenegger, and what it is it's
read by the author.
Yes, and we are going to be read by the author, and there's an author's note, and again, we're going to go ahead and just listen to the author's note. And
Literally
then-
judge a book by its cover.
Basically, don't you though? Not people. Like, that's the dumb thing about that phrase. I don't
'Cause
judge people by how they look, but I do judge books by their cover.
If it's a
Does it
cool
grab
cover,
me?
it excites
Yes!
me. I'm like, ooh, what's this?
So when it comes to books, yes,
or
cover.
if it's a shitty cover, I'm
When
like,
it comes to people, no. You don't judge it by its cover. Anyway. All right, you ready? So
Same
here
could
we
be
go.
applied to
Be
music.
useful, 7 Tools for Life.
Well, I'm right now here in my little home studio recording and reading my book being useful to you. Now, if you hear any kind of crackling of papers, or if you hear planes flying over, or if you hear my little pig, Schnelly, all of a sudden going oink, 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 or my dog's coming in and jumping at me, or my little pony, Lulu, trying to bite me or something like that. So just so you know, if there's any side noises or something like that, just bear with me, okay?
I love that he ends it. I love that he ends it like he's really like kind of apologetic up until the end, and then he kind of turns into like John Matrix, like, just bear with me, okay?
bear with me.
Cohagen.
I'm doing my best. I have a freaking petting zoo
If you hear me say Cohagen, get those people air, just bear with me.
I'm trying to tell you, I don't have like a great studio here. Okay, work with me.
I spent all my money on weights. I give it 2 thumbs up.
Can I just say, forget the book. I want a sitcom of Arnold Schwarzenegger's petting zoo.
Yes.
Because that would be awesome.
Arnold needs to do a fucking kids show called Arnold's Petting Zoo.
Oh, Arnold!
Oh!
We're making you money, man.
Oh! We will write
We will
it.
write it.
We
Oh,
will write it.
Absolutely.
$10,000 a week.
Should it be like Arnie's something? Like Arnie's
Petting Zoo
Yeah, Arnie's Petting Zoo. Because his name's so long.
with Antonio Banderas.
Why is he in it? Is he like one of the
I felt like you wanted like another name
like
attached to it.
Yeah, like an older guy, older action star. Okay, I could see that.
mm.
Expendables Petting Zoo, dude.
Oh my god!
Where are we going?
After-
I'm in.
After we pet this goat, we're going to shoot it to bits.
Wow.
You said the Expendables. Here at the Expendables petting zoo,
No, dude.
we let the
No,
children
dude.
pet them, and then
They kill
we hunt
animal
them.
abusers and then
Oh.
rescue the puppies. and
I
shit.
like that idea. It has to be a cartoon then.
Well, yes, animate that shit. Oh man,
It has to be
it has to be.
because then you can make
You can get Dolph Lundgren.
you
You can
can
get
make
Stallone.
people
you can get all of
make
Statham.
people superhuman in cartoons way cheaper than you can in real life.
Exactly.
Or
They're
in
all
live action.
Old. Think about it. This is $1 million idea.
I'm just telling you, Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Talking about being useful, Arnold. We're being useful.
We're
for
being
your
useful
career.
right now. No, in all seriousness, I totally. This is in my queue. I'm going on a trip next week, so I'm hoping to get through some of it next week. And I will eventually do a review on Longbox or something about the book. But we are big fans of Arnold, not just as an action star. I guess you could say that's kind of where our friendship kind of grew, was like RoboCop and like Arnold 80s action movies, you know.
Specifically Arnold, man. Like,
Yeah.
we both really like 80s action movies, but Schwarzenegger was always a
Commando,
cut above, man.
Running Man,
Predator,
fucking
Terminator.
Total Recall, Terminator 1 and 2 and 3.
I even like his older stuff, like End of Days and
I need to watch some of those movies.
The Sixth Day.
I need to watch some of those movies like in the late 90s, early aughts that he
movie
made.
came out like 2000.
True Lies is on Hulu right now, which is great.
2002, 2003.
Because True Lies is fantastic.
maybe 2000.
Okay.
Because I think End of Days is 99. But
Yeah.
like 2000, Sixth Day, when I was a kid, watched it way too young, blew my mind. It's a movie about cloning.
Interesting.
Which is like a weird sci-fi thing.
Yeah, I'll have to watch it.
End of Days is him fighting the devil.
That's what I heard.
And it's not a good movie.
That's what I've heard.
But I love it because Arnold.
We're big fan, but I think we can also say that we're big fans of Arnold as a person.
Have you ever seen Collateral Damage?
No.
Isn't that,
I saw Eraser,
which
is not bad.
Best Arnold line, and I need to get this drop. When he shoots that fucking gator and he goes, "Your luggage." Come on now. Best line, and he kicks it back into the swamp. Anyway, we need to move on.
No, I'm just saying that we like him as a person. He's been very vocal. He clearly, despite being a conservative and whatnot, he is still. He just, I don't know. You can be fiscally conservative and socially liberal, and I think that's Arnold. You know what I mean? I think he is a good human being. I think growing up the way he did under the circumstances he did and seeing his dad and all that stuff and what he's talked about it before, I think he understands that, fascism is not the way to go, and he sees that his party is going that way and all that shit and da-da-da-da. But I think just being fans of him in general as a human being and an action star, please, Arnold, if you hear this, come on to the show. We'd love to have an interview with you.
That'll never happen in a million years, but I would.
You know what, though? You don't know unless you ask.
That's true.
Also, I sounded kind of desperate there. Please, Arnold.
Please, Arnold. We love you.
Arnold, please, come on our show.
And then he looked us square in the face, and he said,
"Get your ass to Mars."
And we're like,
"Hey,
what?
you know what?
Do we call
it's almost
Elon or
Christmas. There's
Yeah.
only a handful of news stories we want to hit on. So
No,
bear with us. We're gonna have a little
I'm
bit more
changing
fun.
my long box.
To what?
Not telling. Okay, so
Here's the problem, because
yeah,
my
what's the
long
next?
box wouldn't really change, because all I've really been thinking about and obsessing about is Valhalla. So that's literally where all my attention.
What's Valhalla?
the Ragnarok stuff.
What's
God of War.
Ragnarok?
I literally had to say the title backwards because I said Valhalla, the Ragnarok one. You know, God of War. God of War.
What's God of War?
We've talked about it
So
on the show.
I know.
Also, we're trying to have a fun, light mood because we're going to be talking about some serious shit.
Are we?
Well, yeah, because I want to talk. Not really. Like, it's. Let's just get into it.
Okay.
Let's talk about it. So, Jonathan Majors was found guilty.
Yep.
And he was fired from Marvel Studios and out of the MCU.
With good reason.
Jonathan Majors has officially been found guilty on the third-degree assault and harassment and will be sentenced in February, on February 9th. So that's the news about it. I kind of wanted to make a broader discussion just about, well, this whole situation is just, it's sad. It's sad that this had to happen to someone. And it's sad that he had to, like, it's sad that he did that to someone.
Well, it's you know, they
And
talk
he thinks
about
that's okay. That's just fucked up.
Well, they talk about you know, the people who are most creative and whatnot are really damaged inside, you know. And most people, I think most scientists, doctors can agree that people who hurt other people as adults were hurt probably as children at some point. And it's trauma acting itself out. I'm not excusing Jonathan Majors at all. He's an adult, and regardless of whatever trauma you suffered, I suffered trauma when I was a kid, but, I mean, I don't abuse anybody, so, I mean, I don't know. I don't know what to tell you.
Yeah.
But the point is that we knew you can't treat people like that and expect to get away with it no matter how big of a star you are.
And yeah.
And the fact that you think you can get away with it is just heinous because you're
to,
treating somebody else like that.
And then to just engage in textbook abusive behavior and
gaslighting, fucking,
and it's fucked up.
Isolation.
And that's and I look, and I get what you're saying. There's a nuanced conversation to have about that. While you can understand and agree that what he did was wrong, and fucked up.
Yes.
You can also say that a lot of this stuff comes from trauma, and it comes from and
then there's people who are just straight up sociopaths.
Or maybe he just is that way. I don't know.
There are people who are straight up sociopaths.
And it's very
very
possible he is. And I just
his performances certainly. We talked about this off the air a little bit. His performances certainly lend themselves. Like, you know, how much does the art imitate the life, or vice versa? You know, is he such an intense and good actor, or was he?
Yeah, I mean, he has no career after this because, well, at least for a few years.
You know what?
At least for a few
years. I'll bet you
years.
anything. Fox Nation will have some movies where they're like, we need a black guy.
Hey, it might be fine because look at what happened with Mel Gibson. Mel Gibson said all those horrible, shitty things, did all those things.
Yeah, and then Will Ferrell made a movie with him. Nice job, Will, you shithead.
We let him back in. So like
I didn't fucking let him back in. Will and Mocky Mock tried to let him back in, and I said, hell no, get that asshole off my porch.
Sorry, you're right. I did not see that movie in theaters.
I didn't either.
So therefore, you're right. I didn't support it in theater. I just saw it on streaming.
I thought it was cool that Jodie Foster was like, hey, he's my friend, and she made that movie The Beaver. I never saw it. Look, man, when you follow up some really anti-Semitic shit with a movie about like which is basically torture porn Jesus style, the last or whatever.
Yeah.
You're not making any friends in Hollywood, and I'm sorry, or anywhere, really.
Getting busted with a DUI and saying some racist shit.
That's what I said. He started with that, and then the next project I think he did was like the Passion of the Christ, I think, his direct, and it was like,
yeah.
Could you be any more like Nazi?
Well, here's the thing. His dad is a Holocaust denier, and he's a very anti-Semitic, bigoted piece of shit.
No, I don't believe you.
Really? You're shocked?
So, Mel, I just got to ask you, at what point...
Look.
Did you stop?
And you and I have talked about this. I also think there's a thing to be said that what he did is wrong.
Yes.
And I hope that the people that were wronged by him, if it gets worse and more things come out where he was like sexually assaulting people or sexually then it's
that does happen sometimes.
Like that's even like yeah, like
He showed a pattern based on
to
the
me. This this says like he has
and the result of the case. He showed a pattern of abuse.
Yes.
This wasn't a one-time thing that he's like, oops, I had a momentary lapse of reason. You had a systematic.
My point was like if it gets to those levels, it's a point for me where like I think there will be no chance of redemption at all in the public light. Now maybe personally he could try and make him, but there's really no coming back from the things.
You
that
kind
he
of
did.
walked over the joke a little bit earlier, but it's not really a joke. You know how excited like those conservative asshole filmmakers are going to be?
Oh
excited?
yeah, dude. Daily
When he
Wire
gets
will
out of-
hire him right away.
Yeah. Oh yeah. All right. Will you be in our anti our next project is a movie that's anti-black.
Yeah. But it circles.
Way to go, Daily Wire.
For me, it
jerks.
circles back to it's horrible. It's horrible that
Yes.
that woman had to suffer that, or those women, the
Yes.
other women that have accused him. It's fucking horrible that they had to go through that.
We do want to make sure that we're cognizant
and I want to be,
of the
and I
fact
want to
that
be as
people
transparent as possible.
were hurt.
We are not in any way dismissing what he did.
No.
Like we said, he's an adult. He made his own decisions. He made his own actions, and like I'm just saying how Hollywood is and how it can be. Like, there's a possibility there could be like we just said with Mel Gibson, that whole thing. There's a possibility he could come back. Only way it gets worse is if there's even worse things that he's done, and rightfully so. He won't get work because it's just, again, you can't treat people this way and think it's okay. And I think too long, a lot of people have felt you get to as a man, you get to a certain status and you feel like you can, they kind of get into their own
guess.
ego. I don't know, did you hear the audio of the shit that he was saying?
No, but I do want to make
was
sure
fucked up.
that we understand something too about cancel culture. Chris Brown is fucking still working. Okay? And he beat the shit out of like Rihanna.
Yeah.
Like beat the shit out of her.
Yeah.
And I think mostly why he got a pass was because she like came out and said like I forgive him or something. Which I'm not gonna tell her what to do. You know what I mean?
I don't think that.
You know what I mean? I don't. That's not my business. But I think that's why he's still working. He still fucking gets work, dude.
I want to talk on a broader scale.
But there's some people who are like, I want to make my career, and the only way I can is by working with this person. And regardless of what they've done in the past, right? It's got to be what it is.
Well, I'm just saying, I'm saying with all this too, in like a grander scale of like what I find, kind of humorous about this, when it kind of tells you where we are as a society and how capitalism is, where like I'm laughing because of how fast and correctly Disney said, okay, that's the verdict. He's guilty. He's done. He's fired.
Yep. And
how easily they did it compared to the chicken shit fuckers over at Warner Brothers, who, we'll get to them again later, who...
Can't wait.
I fucking trashed Warner Brothers. That's like...
Well, fuck them. Fuck Warner Brothers.
Anyway, my point is, it takes a lot for Disney to have the moral high ground over you because they hinged a whole fucking phase, a whole thing on him, and they've had to course correct because of this. And it's already been in the works, but now it's officially like showing you.
Luckily,
like,
the story lends itself to a recasting, no problem.
Yeah.
No problem.
Or you could go off the thing where like Loki stopped all of it and you just move on.
Sure.
Like,
Shit.
But was the Flash in hindsight really fucking worth it, you dumbasses? No. Was it?
No.
Because you saved what, $90 million on Batgirl when you could have just easily put it on your fucking streaming service. You botch that. You do all this fucking moral grandstand, like moral gymnastics to keep Ezra Miller in the whole thing to release the Flash. But then you look at Marvel, who had a handful of movies coming up that related to Kang, at least like 3 or 4 that deal with him, especially an Avengers movie that deals with him, and they're going to have to do that all over. But yeah, luckily it's a multiverse character, it's easy to recast. But it's like, it just, again, multiple movies that they had planned and were ready to go, like they were working on to get going, and they changed it and dropped it because of this, and you guys still stood by fucking Ezra Miller. Let them walk the red carpet.
And let me
and face almost no consequence.
let me put it to you like this: I'm a musician, and I really have nobody really knows anything about me. If Chris Brown called me and said, "Hey, I want to be on one of your songs," that would make me. That would put me on the map. It would. At least curiously, like, who the fuck is this T-Bird? You know what I mean? So that would put me on the map with some people. But then, like, forever I'd be, I mean, you know? I
you
don't
wouldn't
think I
wanna be
could do
tied to
that,
that
though.
guy.
I don't
I
think I could
wouldn't.
do that.
No.
Even if it put me on the map, which, yes, I want to be on the map, but not at that price.
No, you gotta. Yeah, and that says a lot about.
But there's a lot of people who would say, okay.
So, what do you think's gonna happen with how we're gonna do it? You
I
think
think-
they're
I
gonna
think
stay
they're-
with Kang?
I think
'Cause
they're going to stay the course and just recast it.
I think they're getting. I think.
Or
they're-
they've been reworking the story behind the scenes. Why wouldn't you keep going with all the Kang stuff you prepared and just recast the role?
Yeah, I guess you could just do that. Yeah.
That's the easiest to me.
Yeah, but yeah, because I don't necessarily buy into the idea of the rumor that like they're going to have the whole Doom thing. I don't think that's gonna happen. I think
No.
they're probably just gonna recast. But it is funny, like the weird rumor that came out, and there's nothing's been confirmed by Marvel about Ryan Gosling being a part of the MCU in an
What would he
unspecified role.
Oh.
People like thought the joke was that he was going to be Kang, and it'd be like, I'm like, really, guys? Those are the people who are like, Ryan Gosling should be Black Panther or whatever. You know the crowd. But I've also seen a lot of funny stuff about that. Of like, again, you could just not do it. Like, that's what I keep thinking. The more that we do this Kang stuff, the more I don't really care. I'm like, it was cool when I was into it, but like with the stuff with Majors, it just kind of puts a sour taste in my mouth because
Kang has never been a really huge character in the comics.
Yeah.
He is a decidedly C. Despite the fact that he is one of the big bads in the Marvel universe in Marvel Comics, he really is a B or C list villain. He rarely comes around
compared to like Magneto and Doom. And
well, yeah, they're more present and they're more. I don't know. I mean, Kang, yeah, he's put them through their paces, but just maybe it was the stuff that I read growing up or whatever. But and I did read Avengers, and he just wasn't that big of a deal. Now I started reading comics again about 3 or 4 months ago, and then I stopped after like a couple weeks. But while I was in the comic store a couple weeks in a row, there's a lot of Kang stuff coming up in the comics right now, and presumably to kind of fishtail with the movies and where the
we talked
MCU's
about
going.
that on the show,
But-
about how they complement each other.
Yeah, I don't really care about Kang, and if you really want to make Kang cool to me, recast the role and do something with him in the movies.
And yeah, I'm all for them recasting and staying the course, but I truly think that Loki set it up to allow you to make that change. But
If Kang is is as powerful as he is in the comics, then he should always win, and he always gets defeated. So fuck off. I don't care about that character.
I would be okay with it if we got to see Thor and Loki reunite.
Yeah, sure.
That's what
I'm sure we'll see that.
I feel like you have to keep doing
I
Kang. If
feel
you're going
like-
to do the Secret Wars shit, I feel like you have to keep that going with Kang and Kang Dynasty.
You really kind of have to keep the ball rolling.
Yeah.
And it's so easy to recast, and everybody who sees the new Kang will know why, and they'll be fine with it.
Yeah. I
And
feel like
anybody who's
I'll see it. I'll
Anybody
get
who's
over it.
not fine with it has also got a problem with Miles Morales, so fuck them anyway.
Ooh, doggy.
Well, right?
I mean, yeah.
He shouldn't be canceled. Shut up. Yes, he
Shut.
should.
If you defend anything that he did, that fuck you. I'm sorry.
Where's
No.
Nerdrotic at? I mean, where are those fuck faces? I can't. I
don't
mean, I
know.
can't believe that they're not out there going like, "Hey, he should have been canned."
You should have been canned. Tyler.
Yes.
Amazon finally dropped Reacher Season 2. So we've been going back and forth about whether or not we want to do this for the show.
And I never got around to it.
Well, here's the thing. I was going to watch it anyway because it's a show Ashley and I watch together.
That's what I was kind of thinking. There's not much out, although Echo's coming out pretty soon, so we'll be able to have that.
I mean, the first 3 episodes are out. By the time this goes live,
I've just been working a lot. I didn't realize that like the 4 or 5 days leading up to Christmas, I'm working like 2 shifts every day.
Tis the season, man. So I mean I can, because you had some weird feelings about Reacher.
So I started
'Cause
watching.
you liked the first season.
I started watching Reacher, and I really liked it, and we talked about this on the show. I liked how the character, the guy that they got to play him, is more like the character the way he's written, even though I've never read the books. But I know that about the character. He's a big motherfucker, you know? And there were just, the final fight in the warehouse was very CGI'd, and that kind of turned me off a little bit. But then just the body count in the first season was like, Jesus Christ already. You got to stop this at some point. It's just too much. I just was not able to suspend my disbelief as much as I wanted to. And in hindsight, after finishing the first season, I don't really want to watch the second season because guess why? I saw the trailer. What are you doing?
I'm holding court. This is going to be the serial debate all over again because I like this show a lot, and I will not have it.
You saw the trailer. You saw the trailer, and we're like, I can't wait.
Yeah,
to see some more.
And I've watched this. I've watched all 3 episodes that are up on Amazon Prime. And
I just don't think I could get back into it.
You're such a hypocrite.
Why?
You are such a hypocrite.
Why?
Because you can watch movies like freaking RoboCop and Commando with all this over-the-top crazy violence, but this show, you can't suspend your disbelief.
And are all those movies trying to go for realism like this show is? No. Those movies are entertainment. This is also entertainment, but
I'm sure that
they are
the
trying
like
to
this?
be real. I don't know. I've never read the books.
Okay, Die Hard. We've
Okay.
been doing Die Hard December.
Die Hard. What about Die Hard?
It's like Die Hard. He keeps getting beat up. Like he wins every fight, but he does get into scraps where he doesn't always win. But think about it.
There's just a part of me that
It's
just
Die Hard in a small town.
another small town, or does he go to Chicago?
Excuse me. This one's taking place in New York. This
Oh, okay. Well, you know what? I'll give it a shot.
Sorry, it's not Die Hard, but it is like, to me, it's a kind of a throwback to those kind of movies, but also having like a little modern spin on it. And I've never read the Reacher books,
Me
but
neither.
based on what I've heard, like it is pretty good, close to the books.
Yeah.
But it was interesting because similar to the movie, how they did it was they made. The first season is like the 5th or 6th book.
Yeah.
I think, or something like that.
Yeah.
And similar to how they did it with the movie. But like so this season is like, I keep saying like, this season is supposed to be the 1st or 2nd book. And so it dives more into his backstory. And this one is focused, because it's because remember he says he's a military police in the first season. So in this season, they talk about the special investigators.
I know that. I saw the trailer. So
you know that the murder is related to that, the 1/10. And I'll be honest, I really dig this season.
I like the actor that plays him.
Alan Richardson. Did you see the Twitter thing about like people saying that he should be the new Batman in the DCU?
And we talked about this.
He's too big.
Yes.
He would be a kick-ass Bane. Like he'd be a I'd love to see him as Bane. Yeah. But
did you watch the honest trailers?
Actually,
for
no.
The Flash?
Bane should be Hispanic because I want. They've never done the like luchador Bane, and I want the luchador Bane. But if they do like they did with Tom Hardy, I wouldn't mind seeing it.
Have you ever seen
Mr. Freeze? Make him a big buff Mr. Freeze.
The honest trailers for the Flash movie?
No,
it's fucking great.
But anyway,
they do a thing. They do a thing where like, and Michael Keaton shows up and phones in everything, and they show all of his scenes, and it's like, he totally fucking did. Like, let's get nuts.
Yeah, I'm Batman.
Yeah, I'm Batman. What? What do you want?
I'm here.
Are we done yet?
Anyway, back to Reacher. I think it was. I really liked that first season, and I think it's kind of got this interesting formula that I'm sure is in the books, but it's almost like it is such an anthology that it's just really Reacher and
Godspeed,
Sorry, I was trying to turn my phone off. But it's about
Godspeed, Spud.
This is such a shitty review. So I'm just finding out that because I keep stalling because something keeps fucking up and distracting me. So, I just found that the formula is interesting in the first season of this season. It is about the ensemble, even though it's his show.
Right? Yeah.
It's about the team or the people that he works with on the case.
Yep.
And it's interesting because you get to see his past, and you get to it's him. And this isn't spoiling anything. It's 4 members of the battalion are together going through this story. And I'm really digging it, man. I am.
Well, I'm glad you like it.
I think it's worth trying to give at least this season a shot.
I'll give it a shot.
But this is how
the next time I get
how the
second of free time.
But here's the thing. How the character is structured and how these seasons work, they're kind of almost like anthologies.
Yeah,
like, I feel,
and I love Fargo. That's an anthology
after watching
series.
3 episodes. Yeah, the one constant is Reacher.
Yeah,
and yes, it is tied to his past, and the one person that he talks to is the private investigator that's in the first season. Like, she's the one who calls him about the case. So like, that's really the only connecting thread. They mention the first season. Like Margrave, she's like, how long has it been since Margrave? And he's like, 2 years and 6 months and so many days or whatever. So like, we're clearly indicating that yes, everybody looks a little bit older because 2 years has passed since that first season. So yeah, I dig it. I do understand what you're saying about how most of the time the show.
No, you don't.
No, I do. I do get it. That
I'm all just no, you don't.
I do understand that
You don't
perspective where
understand.
it is kind of crazy sometimes how this show is in realism, but then we got it like there's this shootout scene because it happens a few times. Or there's some ridiculous thing that Jack Reacher does where I'm like, I'm not sure that's physically possible.
Yeah.
I'm not going to spoil anything, but it is him walking up to a car, kicking the grill of the car so hard that the airbag deploys. And I'm like, I don't think that
I
could
can see that.
I don't know if that could really happen. But then I look at how big that motherfucker is, and I'm like,
Well, you just have to apply the proper
dude,
pounds
he's
of
even somehow
force per inch,
more
pressure per inch.
physically impressive in this season than he was in the first
Well, he's
season.
been working out.
Like, he is cut, and he is huge, and like seeing him, you kind of believe it based on his size. Because as I was saying, I'm like, well, he is pretty huge. he's
ginormous.
He's huge, but there is an episode where his shirt's off because he's, got a cut. He's cleaning a wound. And he's got his shirt off, and he's just cut. And I'm just like, how many scenes do
I
you...
feel so bad about myself.
And my wife's watching it with me, and I'm like, how many scenes do you think he has in his contract that he has to be shirtless? Like, I worked hard on these abs, and you're going to look at them. I don't know why my voice got deeper.
You're going to look
But see, that's what I mean, where I feel like this show sometimes is kind of a throwback to those like 80s and 90s action movies of like,
which I'm cool with,
but it does.
You kind of can't have it both ways. You can't be like we're gonna shoot for realism, but then we're also gonna have superhuman feats of like excellence and like.
Come on, have fun with it.
Whatever. Let's move on. I'll give it a chance sometime.
Don't be a
I'm glad
Grinch.
you like it. Let's move on.
Christmas came early in my house. New episode of Jack Reacher.
There's a new episode of Fargo today.
Actually, by the time this goes live, episode 4 for Reacher.
Well,
will be out.
big fucking deal. Sorry.
Big fracking whoop.
Big fucking whoop. Hey, I'm Marky Mark. Hey. You bet the Funky Bunch?
Have you had my brother's bagels? Hey, wall bagels? Anyway, speaking of Mark Wahlberg, Warner Brothers.
Speaking of brothers that suck, Warner Brothers. Let's go into the fucking Hall of Fame for fucking segues.
We will
dude.
never, ever in a million years get hired by that company for anything. Ever.
That was great. Speaking of
We got
shitty
this great script and pitch. Somehow that fucking loser David Zaslav is still there. Speaking of that guy, there's
we have to?
Axios posted an article.
Ugh.
this week, talking about a possible merger
For fuck's sake.
between Warner Brothers and Paramount. And if Paramount has any sense, no. Do you know how big Warner Brothers' debt is? Most importantly, we're going to lose people on this probably.
Yeah.
I'm going to be that guy. And this is what late-stage capitalism does.
Mm-hmm.
The FTC is fucking non-existent. It
Of
doesn't
course.
do shit. Disney should not have been able to get Fox.
No.
Xbox should not have been able to get Activision, which is one of the biggest video game companies in the world.
AT&T
Call of Duty,
and
World of
Viacom
Warcraft.
should not have been able to merge.
AT&T and Warner Brothers shouldn't have been able to merge. So this is, look, you know what the worst part is? It's probably going to fucking happen. Because like I said, the FTC has no teeth and doesn't do their goddamn job.
Well, here's the thing: is you talk about. I mean, one of the things that is the basis for American law is you can't have monopolies. Well, last time I checked, if I get an apartment in a town, I have one fucking option for an energy company. I don't have 2 or 3. Is that not a fucking monopoly?
And you know,
What the fuck?
streaming was a mistake, is what I'm getting at too. Because no, it was. Because,
Back up, Tyler. We're
because-
talking about something else.
No. It ties to that too.
Oh.
Because it's like we can't just have. We gotta have HBO Max. We gotta have Paramount Plus. We gotta have Disney Plus. If you like sports,
MGM
ESPN
Plus. Shut the fuck up, MGM.
AMC Plus. Like this is what's gonna happen. You remember how we said we're cutting the cord because we can afford streaming. It's a smaller thing and
It
all
isn't.
these shows
It
and all
isn't.
this stuff. Mark my words, in a few years there's going to be 4 fucking apps. And it's just going to be it's not going to be the same name, but it's the same thing. We're going to cut the cord cuz cable. Guess what? Streaming is the new cable and it has been for a while.
You know why you pay more?
And so now instead of DirecTV or Dish Network or, whatever what other there was another one. Was there another one? Basic cable, whatever it may be.
The point is,
you're gonna have 4 fucking apps.
Okay, so you have so beforehand you were paying basically like $60 a month for like a cable package, and then it would go up from there based on what stuff you wanted to add. You wanted to add like a
HBO
sports package or the movie package or the or whatever packages,
NFL Sunday ticket,
or the
college
Cinemax,
scoreboard,
Playboy channel,
softcore porn channels,
adult package.
Oh yeah.
But it would go up from there. But you're generally
Showtime.
talking about $60. And back then, you didn't really need internet. Cable companies got into the internet game because they knew cable was going away. And so they said, hey, this is how a way that we can keep people on our teat. So now, instead of before you were paying $60 for a basic cable package a month. Now you're paying probably $40 a month to start with your internet. That's just your internet. Your Wi-Fi, right?
So that money's going directly to like whoever.
That's $40 before you even watch a fucking minute of content.
No, the $60. It's more like 60 to like upward, like
depending on where you're living, depending on the speed you want.
Internet, yeah.
Exactly. You could be spending up to $100 a month for your Wi-Fi, right? That's $40 more already. Plus, you got to add the 10 or the $12 or the $15 a month for each fucking streaming service. God damn it, dude. You're spending like fucking 3 or 4 times more now than you were during cable. And how the fuck did we let all the cable companies get the fucking monopoly on the goddamn Wi-Fi? Fuck.
All right, that's enough swearing.
No.
We said
fuck.
last week we're going to slow down on the swearing.
Fuck.
Thanks.
Okay.
Thanks. I really appreciate it.
Well, you knew it was going to happen if you're...
Did I?
Shit.
Anyway.
Well, shit.
Anyway, I just think that it's so bad. It's so bad, and there's no good way to look at this. I'm sorry, there isn't.
Oh, dude, as consumers, we're getting fucked every
Am I
fucking
excited
day.
that
and every day there's less and less lube.
Yeah. Am I excited that the X-Men are going to be in the MCU? Am I excited about that? Sure, that's fun.
Yeah, but it's bad
But
that
at what
Disney
cost?
owns all that. Yes. Every time I think about it, I'm like, oh, thank God, Fantastic Four and X-Men are finally in the MCU. But then I think, oh, dear God, Disney owns
Also,
70% of all the IP that I like. Oh my God, that's bad.
also,
How long is it going to be
If
before
people-
an MCU Star Wars crossover? You know it's fucking coming at some point.
you know what else? I think that if you blame the strikes for this, you're an idiot. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
blame the strikes. What are we talking about?
The merger with the Warner Brothers and Paramount. If you blame the writers and the actors for that, shut up.
No.
They had that money.
We're blaming the stockholders of Warner Brothers for being such shitty fuckheads.
Yes.
And the people who run
And so
Warner
they're all
Brothers.
in all this debt and they're trying to sell. Nobody wants to fucking buy it because it's a money pit. Congratulations, you ruined one of the best movie studios.
Sell off all your fucking
the history
IP and
of it.
try to break even, you motherfuckers, and just get fucking Warner Brothers
already
out
doing
of
it.
the fucking way.
More and more.
Good.
I recently just got charged for HBO Max. I'm like, motherfucker, I need to cancel this because half the shit on Max is showing up on Netflix and other places because they can't afford. They need to put it out wherever they can.
They
to
can't
get
even.
somebody to look at their product.
They can't even afford to have their own fucking product on their fucking app all the time.
Exactly.
They can't even afford that. Fuck you guys.
And then, yeah.
Speaking of brothers that suck,
Warner Brothers.
fuck you guys.
And it doesn't help that you have a CEO that just wants to kill and destroy and
You know what? Marvel.
Ruin
hey, Marvel.
everything.
Hey, Marvel. Buy Batman. Fuck it. Fuck it.
they'll sell it to you.
They will probably. Honestly? How many years do you think it's going to be before they start selling off DC Comics heroes?
Oh man, we should get on that with that.
Fucking,
You know what I could do with Green
let's
Lantern?
get $10 billion together. Because you know it's going to be at least, that's a starting price.
Well, Star
You
Wars.
know it,
Star
dude.
Wars was like what, $4 billion?
All I know is that if they are actually going to like sell Superman and shit, they're going to be asking a lot.
Yeah,
And there's going to be people out there who have way more money than I who can afford it.
way more money than I.
Probably Eric July.
The Rippaverse says
I bought
Batman.
Batman and now he's in Rippaverse. Fuck!
Oh no! What have we done?
No! And I've changed Batman. He's not a rich guy anymore. He's an internet influencer.
He's named after my grandpa. I mean, he's Batman. That's low. Yeah, fuck him.
Whatever.
So Tyler, it's gonna be the return of old segment
What
called
is
the
it?
Griff Report.
Aw.
Time to talk about some asshole. All right. So
We made our money through hate.
well,
Yeah.
so this week, it's interesting because we talked about a few weeks ago. We talked about the video that went kind of viral on Twitter about the comic book shop owner.
Yeah.
So Mark Millar shared that post and then made a thing about people that he was harassing him. He was saying that he would call people that wanted to do that cancel pigs. And let's be honest, he was kind of dipping his toes in the chud pool a little bit earlier when he talked about Isom 1 and 2. And again, he defended the comic book shop owner. And look, if people really did send that guy threats or say nasty things to him, that's fucked up. I don't condone that at all.
No.
And even you and I, we were very, we didn't want to attack the guy because he's not a public figure.
Well,
And
the other thing too,
I don't want to. It's
is
just a
he's-
comic book shop owner.
he's a
I'm
small
not-
business
yeah.
owner, and anybody who knows anything about comic shops fucking knows that is not an easy fucking business to run. There is a lot of overhead. You're probably barely breaking even every month, and you have to love that shit.
Yeah. So
or you wouldn't be doing it. So
yeah,
that also might lend itself to why he said what he said. He might have been frustrated at his. You never know.
yeah, but let's so
Anyway,
excuse me. So jeez Louise.
I went away from the microphone. You didn't have to call attention to it.
Maybe I was talking about me coughing in the mic.
Whatever.
Maybe I was.
Let's do this.
So Mark Millar, he's been been on a crusade against cancel pigs. That's his thing.
What's cancel pigs?
Like people that were mean to this comic book shop owner were cancel pigs, is what he was calling them, or calling pretty much Yeah, and it's been really
He's
weird.
trying to get a hashtag going, isn't he?
Yeah.
Fuck him.
Well, here's the thing. It's been making its rounds with like the nerdrotics.
Of course.
This is why people are like saying that you're aligning with the alt-right, and like I like we know that they try to make a joke out of it, but they are. Especially when you've got people like Melanie Mack saying the F slur repeatedly on Twitter with no consequences. And saying the shit that she does, and you see them, like...
Thanks, Elon, you fuck.
Well, yeah, they've taken over Twitter, and they share that cancel pigs hashtag, and then they've been making these weird, like, AI-generated, like, blue-haired looking pigs.
What?
Yeah, it's weird.
They have entirely too much money and time on their hands.
Well, everybody was like...
Get a fucking real job.
Everybody was joking about, like, maybe you're showing your fetish a little too
Get
much.
a fucking real fucking
but anyway,
job. Jesus.
So,
We have real jobs.
So, Mark Waid...
No.
No, this is good news.
Okay, good.
Mark Waid weighs in on it, and this is from his Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
Quote, and like a falling star rocketing across the sky, another former comic superstar whose heat is fading chooses to cry for attention by blaming the industry, his peers, and the audience rather than taking stock of his own professional progress.
Wow.
Admitting that we are often the authors of our own fate and finding the courage to reinvent himself and stay relevant. And then he responded to a comment about it saying, "It's really not that hard. My star's not gonna burn forever either. No one's does. And accepting that fact gracefully is a sign of emotional maturity. But if I ever become that guy, every single one of you has permission to slap me upside the head and force me to reread the above paragraph as many times as it takes to sink in."
Fucking A, Mark Waid.
Nothing he said was wrong. And it's true. Every star fades and everything. And you can't...
You notice how these fuckfaces that we talk about every so often in the Grift Report, they move their goalposts.
Yeah.
To stay relevant to whatever. If it was relevant to be in total favor of transgender people and culture and everything, if it made money, they'd be fucking championing transgender culture and everything. You know they would. Why? Because it would make money. But it makes more money for them to be against it and to spread hate. Okay? And these motherfuckers exactly will always move the goalposts as long and as far as it takes to make sure that they keep those fucking followers on YouTube. So if someday the fucking clickbait happens to be, hey, everybody should have food and housing and shelter and everything like that, these motherfuckers will be out there going, everybody should have food and housing and shelter and clothes and stuff, because that's what's making money. That's what they'll do to stay relevant. That, in effect, is exactly the reason why they are all grifters and fucking liars, because they will say whatever the fuck it takes, whether they believe it or not, to keep that fucking bullshit diamond crown and that bullshit diamond throne that ain't even fucking real, dude. Okay? Yeah. It ain't even fucking real. It's fleeting, and they know that.
To me, when I read that, I really felt like if you have a problem with what he said, it's more about you than it is him.
Yeah.
Because all he is saying is, yeah, he's taking shots at Millar, but like all he is saying is like, I would rather my industry crumble than to work with those kind of people.
Yes. Do you see us moving the fucking goalposts? We could easily fucking come on here and say whatever it took to get a large following and to get clickbait. But do we do that? No. Why? Because I am too much in touch with my humanity to fucking put dollar signs above my compassion and kindness. Okay? You got that, Nerdrotic and fucking heel versus shitface and Melanie Mack and whatever the fuck you fuckers are? You hear that?
Oh.
That's what mature adults do.
I got a little bonus thing to talk about.
You're so embarrassing to humanity.
We've never covered this guy before. His name's his YouTube is Thinking Critical. It's
I think I've heard of it or seen.
It's a comic book YouTube channel. He made a video that has a picture of him making a grumpy face, and it says
a grumpy face.
It was just like he's like, well, I'd say it's audio. I got to describe it. It just says, "Fuck it, I'm out." why I'm finally done with Mark Waid comics. So he covers this.
Okay.
And I'm like, again, man,
Can
I
he
feel
name
like,
any Mark Waid comics?
I feel like he does. He
okay.
repeatedly talks about how he's like, even before this clip I'm about to play, he said something like he's a jerk, like he thinks he's a jerk or whatever. But he said, even though I have that bias, I can't deny that his World's Finest is still good, and the Shazam book he's doing is like, he repeated, he's like, well, I like those books, but I'm not reading them after December because he made me upset with these comments. And again, I feel like this says, and I'm not accusing him of anything. All I am saying is, if you have a problem with it,
Cut
seems
to
like
Mark
have,
Waid with the fucking noose around, just
I couldn't.
fuck this fucking one guy.
Yeah.
Anybody that wants to see the industry burn can go burn in my book. I'm not going to promote your book anymore. I'm not going to go out there and
That's
read
not
it.
what
I'm
he
going to
said.
ignore you. I'm going to act like you don't exist unless you make another ass of yourself, in which I will highlight that here on the channel. But I'm not going to go out of my way to put any more coin in Mark Waid's pocket. He's just another B, C tier talent who has had a ton of success in the past, and you can't disavow or not acknowledge what he's done. Kingdom Come exists. His Flash run exists. His Amazing Captain America run exists. But starting in 2024, none of the other stuff is going to exist to me because I'm just not paying attention. And I'm not saying that you should do that.
No.
If you continue to support Batman, Superman, World's Finest, or Shazam, or whatever Mark Waid's next project
He
is,
goes on to be like, if you want to support it, you can, and blah, 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 blah.
But I'm going to take my ball and go home.
Again, he didn't even say. He said he
funny
didn't
thing
even.
is-
he could have been so much meaner, and
But-
he
but
wasn't.
this-
and like,
this
you know what I
guy-
mean? Like, he said it in a nice, respectful way of like, he doesn't want the comic book industry to burn. That's not what he said.
No, yeah.
What he said was, I'd rather it burn than work with fucking Nazis or bigots.
Yes. And this guy,
Not saying that
Look,
people
man.
disagree, and people that disagree with me are not Nazis. There are actual like alt-right
yes.
Nazi people in these like
There's a lot of people who wouldn't
they're not
descri-
Nazis, but they have they're Nazi adjacent.
Hang on. Yeah. There's a lot of people out there who wouldn't describe themselves as Nazis, but I would.
Sure.
Okay.
There you go.
All right? I'm serious. I'm totally fucking serious. People who go to church every Sunday don't describe themselves.
My point being
is
he doesn't want to work with those kind of bigots. Let's just
Yes.
put it under this. Alt-right bigots. He doesn't want to work with them.
yes. And the point he says, Mark Waid says in his Facebook comments about how nobody's star burns forever. And this guy's trying to take pot shots at him by saying he used to be good. Hey, motherfucker.
He's like a B or
Hey,
C tier
Motherfucker,
writer.
Wade is already cool with not being relevant. He just fucking said it.
He doesn't care.
So
if you
why
don't
are
like
you
it.
wasting your fucking breath? Also, you are going out of your way to put money in fucking Mark Waid's pocket by talking about him on your fucking page, dummy. Dummy. Also, Kingdom Come is fucking awesome.
I liked
Best DC fucking book ever.
I read his book Irredeemable and I enjoyed that. I haven't read his new stuff. I probably would.
There's a lot of the newer writers for DC that I don't know as well. I love Kingdom Come. I forgot that he had written that.
Well, in this whole thing, to me, it's like, again, it was the most mild thing you could say.
Yeah.
And it's like, again, if you're really that, like, you're going to tell me you're not going to read this guy's books and give him any money which you're not giving really him money. You're mostly giving DC money.
Yeah,
But,
yeah. Let's make sure.
you're going to not read his books because he said, I don't want to work with
Much
alt-right
like-
bigots. Like, I can't hammer
Yeah.
that home enough.
But much like bands on the road, the reason why bands tour so much is because they make most of their money from the tour, from the merchandise, from the ticket sales, all that shit. They don't make very much money from the album sales, okay? A lot of that goes to, well, depending on your situation.
Yeah.
So the same thing is with comic book artists and writers and whatever. They don't make a shitload of money. I mean, they make money off
Yeah.
of their contract to hire shit, but it's all to hire stuff, or it's all, whatever.
You don't really
They make their money by going to conventions and selling their fucking artwork and autographs.
Well, and maybe they'll get lucky that they'll get a show picked up on a streaming service.
Yeah.
An adaptation.
Or if they do something for not Marvel or DC,
'Cause I
they
think
can probably keep all the rights to
I
it.
I think one of the, and I don't know if this is true or not, but one of the things I saw swirling around was like Mark Millar himself doesn't make that much money from comics anymore. Anyways, he makes a lot more money from working with Netflix and the shows and stuff. And most of his comics have been adapted. Almost completely different than his books, but
tell me something like what is he known for? Millar,
Kick-Ass, Wanted. He also did didn't he? Yeah, I think he did Civil War. Did he? Yeah, he did Civil War.
I have no idea. That was when I wasn't really reading comics.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
I'm just trying to think if I've ever read anything by him that I was like, oh, that sucks.
Well, that's my thing. Is like that's why some people don't agree with. Like some people are talking about why he talks about comic books like this because he's not really making. Most of his money is coming from his adaptations and stuff.
Maybe it's because Mark Waid is right. He's doing rather than fade gently out, he's doing anything he can to flame out like a fucking douchebag.
And I'll be honest, I didn't really like Mark Millar's books anyway. Not a fan.
I couldn't even tell you.
The adaptations of his work are better than the books themselves, in my opinion.
Anyway,
especially.
So what's next?
Nothing. We just fall into the void, Tyler.
Fucking sweet. I love that shit. I love that shit. I love
It's a long box. Yeah. It's a long box, Tyler. What are you doing?
That's amazing. Okay, well, I hate to say it, Millar wrote Old Man Logan.
Yeah, I still had problems with that.
Me too.
Would it be the incest babies? Incest family.
Would it be the end when Bruce says to Logan, who else could I fuck but my cousin? Nobody else could keep up the pace.
Buddy,
you can't see it because we're doing a podcast, but I have this horrified look on my face. Like, what the fuck did you just say?
Oh, dude, that's so tame.
Oh, I know.
Compared to the word with what he did in Kick-Ass 2, where like
I'm sure
he makes the villain rape someone because edgy. It's not shown, but it's implied. Why are we still talking about that fuck?
Fuck you, Mark.
You know what? Restart it.
Yeah.
Restart the long box. Point of order.
You're gonna wreck your microphone.
I'm gonna wreck you. You keep it up.
Did you restart it or not? No, restart it.
No, they're not gonna want to hear the drop again.
They're not?
No.
Okay. Well, who's going first? So my long box this week
What is it?
Crapopolis.
Sounds like crap.
It does. So I don't know about you, but I was around in the 90s when The Simpsons came out, and then Family Guy a couple years later, and ever since then there's just been this glut of adult animation shows. Okay, blah blah. Some of them are good, some of them are shit. South Park recently did the streaming. Was it the Streaming Wars that they just did, or the one that we watched and we reviewed for the show? Was it the Streaming Wars?
Pandaverse.
Yes. Oh my God, that was incredible. Still great at their game. Family Guy, I look back on it now and realize, why the fuck did I like that show? There's moments, but generally was not good. American Dad is great. I refuse to watch The Simpsons ever again the rest of my life. I watched way too many Simpsons over the years. I refuse to watch any on purpose for the rest of my life. Having said that, there are still some good shows now that have come out. Rick and Morty is one big one, which is also created by this guy, Dan Harmon, who created Community. And so every time I see an ad, and it's always Fox.
It's during NFL Sunday, man.
Animation domination.
Yeah.
But it's always Fox, and it's always like, the new animated show from... And I'm like, I don't fucking care who it's from. I don't care what the animation style. I don't give a shit. I don't care. Enough. Give me a real fucking show. Or... Give me a show that is so fucking wackadoodle that there's nothing like it on television. Do not give me another 5-person fucking family with a mom and a dad and a variation of 3 others, including pets, daughters and sons and talking babies. Do not give me another 5 or an alien, American Dad. Do not give me another 5-person fucking family. I swear to God. I swear to God. Having said that.
Swear to me.
Swear to me.
I need that drop.
Having said that, I saw the ads for Crapopolis. I'm like, Jesus Christ, give me a break. And finally, I was like, screw it. Let me give it a chance. Because why not?
Take a chance on me.
And I like Dan Harmon's stuff. Take a chance. I thought we were going to sing it. I took a chance.
ABBA, don't sue us.
I took a chance on it again.
Stop saying it.
I took a chance on love. Take a chance on me.
Take a chance on me.
It's called... No, keep it going. It's called Off Panel Off Topic, goddammit. Keep it going.
They're going to yell at us on YouTube.
I don't give a shit. Fuck YouTube. I'm just kidding.
And you too.
Yeah, I love you, YouTube.
I still
love you. Back to the show. I was talking about. So I start watching the first episode, and what the first thing that I realize is, it's a show that's set. The time frame is basically before
like ancient
civilization.
Greece?
No, before all that, like thousands of years before that. We're talking like, imagine that gods and monsters are real, and civilization is just starting. Like they're just starting to build their first cities. You know what I mean? Like their neighbors are a cannibal tribe. Okay, and the way that the cannibal tribe, they teach the cannibals how to farm, and they take it to mean, oh, we're just going to come over and steal your livestock and eat it. Farming is fun, he says at one point to the king of the city.
Yeah.
I like farming. It's fun, man. We just come and take your chickens and cows, and it's great. And he's just like, yeah, but we don't have any. It's way before all that. So this king, his parents are a god and like a monster thing. And then he has a sister or a half sister and then a half brother. Yes, it's a 5-fucking-person family.
Aha!
I
knew it.
I fucking know.
You will not fool me,
I
Fox.
I fucking know. But there's really funny jokes. Like he's talking about empire. He's like, oh, I want to build an empire because he wants to help, civilization, and he wants to keep the civilization going. This new experiment that they're doing, by living in cities and whatnot. And somebody goes, what's an empire? And he's like, I don't know, but it's going to be huge. Huh?
Yeah?
Good jokes. That is not by far the best joke of the whole series.
Yeah, I fucking hope not. Jeez.
This last one, this last episode, they had a Hydra come stay in the city, underneath the city, and the Hydra ended up to get the townspeople to be okay with the Hydra living under the city. They cut off a bunch of their heads, so they had like 1,000 heads, and then everybody had their own Hydra, and then it was an allegory for cell phones in modern times. It was fucking brilliant, dude. It was fucking amazing. The writing is incredible. The jokes are hard hitting and fast and just good. I highly recommend it. I think the first 11 episodes are up right now on Hulu. But I hope it keeps going because it is one of those shows that doesn't take place in our time, but it holds a mirror up to us better than any other show that I've watched in a while. And I like shows like that. That's why I like Dan Harmon's stuff, is because he has this ability to write about ourselves and our time and to hold a lens up to ourselves without really you knowing it. I like it. So go check out Crapopolis. Big fan.
Big fan.
Let's hear about you talk about another goddamn video game.
Oh, real funny. Real funny. Hope you like laughing. Ha ha ha. I'm just trying to stall because I don't have one. Because I don't want to talk about God of War again. I just put up the review. Why
isn't your long box? See my YouTube channel, bitches.
I'm just saying, up on Off Panel Off Topic, youtube.com/Off Panel Off Topic. You go over there. You got my review of God of War Ragnarok Valhalla.
No, but talk about it though.
I mean, I'll be brief because I did the video on it.
I took my time. You take your.
Well, I don't want to
I wanna
rehash.
be kind to my
I don't want to
co-host.
rehash the same stuff over
fair.
again. But so, it's God of War Ragnarok Valhalla has been taken. It's a mouthful. It's been taking over my time.
Wait,
So
how did you describe it to me? Valhalla, Ragnarok, God of War.
yeah, the beginning of the show I said it in reverse. No, now that I finished it, it just makes me think about that series as a whole and think about that game. And it's like funny because I still have to beat RoboCop. I've been wanting to finish RoboCop, but then this comes along. And so I've been playing through that, and I really want to go back and play the main game again. But I really want to play RoboCop, and I don't have a lot of free time. So it's a struggle. You know,
Yeah, hey, Nerdrotic, it must be nice to sit around and just think about hateful things
scream
to say
in my
all
basement
fucking
with
day, you
toys in
piece
it.
of shit.
Yeah.
Some of us got real jobs and are,
Yeah. I no, it's just, and there's been some and I talked about it in my review. There's been some interesting discourse about it because the original creator, while he says he likes the games and what they've done, he feels like he wouldn't have gone this direction and made the character mature and evolve because he felt like the game that came out in 2018 was very much about the guy that was the director of it, raising his son, and it's kind of this meta take on what it was like to bring up a kid. And David Jaffe, the original creator, he was just like, I don't feel like Kratos should grow because if we're being honest, most characters don't grow. Like mainstream characters don't really grow that much. And there is some truth to that.
That's fair, yeah.
But I think what makes me love it more is it takes that chance. And he himself said the stories are so much better in these games than they were in the other games. Yeah. But like, again, weirdly enough, it felt like I was hanging out with friends. When we went back, when you go back to the Greece era of the original trilogy and fight in those arenas and fight those enemies, it was kind of like this weird dose of nostalgia of when I was a kid, when I was like 13 or 14 playing those first games, and it was just like...
What is it rated?
M for mature.
You shouldn't have been playing.
I shouldn't have. I shouldn't have been watching R-rated movies.
I'm telling.
But you know what?
Fuck you.
I paused the DVD at certain parts of nudity and jerked it like a real man.
Wow.
We can cut that. I don't care.
No, you know what? We're not gonna cut it.
I was a teenager, damn it.
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna stand in solidarity with you. Except for me, it was videotapes.
And it was like, see, I didn't have tracking. You fucked up.
Oh, I fucked up by being born too early? You fucking jerk off. Speaking of jerk offs. Way to be born too early, you shithead. Well, your parents couldn't have waited 20 years to
Come
fuck.
on.
Your parents couldn't have. Oh, we have to fuck now instead of 20 years from now. Fucking perverts. Where's the Lord in your heart that you have to have sex now?
Where is the Lord
You
in
have to
your
have
heart?
sex. You have to have sex
Stop.
now. You can't wait.
At this point, it's like the Oscars, and it's trying to get us out of this podcast. When we play the music at the end. Because what the hell am I supposed to say to
I
that?
don't know. We started off talking about this, and we ended up talking about our parents having sex. I don't know. Shit. It's called off panel, off topic.
Nuance, you
motherfucker.
dick.
It's called nuance, you fuckface.
What's happening?
What's happening? I don't know.
Yeah, check out my review of Valhalla. Check out...
I got a new single coming in February. Amazing
nobody
Teamers.
gives shit. What's it called?
I don't know. Let's just
It's
get out of
coming,
here.
though.
Let's just get. It's coming, all right. Let's just get out of here. Let's get out of here before you roll your fucking chair over that goddamn interface again.
And fuck up the recording. Well, I'm sorry. You're so damn funny, Tyler.
Off panel, off topic with Jake and Tyler.